Yo, what's good everyone? Thievin here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Alright guys, so Joe Rogan said some evil stuff about us gamers yesterday. Us gamers were hurting yesterday. Our feelings were getting just absolutely demolished. So if you didn't hear, Joe Rogan was trending on Twitter yet again for something absolutely disgusting. Let me just play it for you because it's honestly so disgusting that I can't even say it myself personally.
And video games are a real problem. They're a real problem. You know why? Because they're fucking fun.
Addictive.
And you don't, yeah, well, I have a real problem with them. And you do them and they're real exciting, but you don't get anywhere.
Right.
It's like you could do like martial arts, right? You could learn jujitsu. Right. You thinking like, I might be able to open my own school one day.
You got confidence.
Yeah, if I have 100 students and those 100 students are paying me X amount of dollars per month, I can make a living.
Yeah, no joke, Joe Rogan was trending on Twitter because of that. That was what everyone was so angry about. I mean, first of all though, his first take about how you can just open up a dojo like a Brazilian dojo is pretty wrong. I mean, I really don't think that there's very many people that are just opening up Brazilian dojos in the world, maybe like one every like couple months. I don't know, probably not even that, like one every year or two. Like, I don't really think that that's a very common thing, so really not a good example. But I see where he's coming from. Being a hardcore e-athlete, a very dedicated gamer is obviously not that good for your health, but there are certain ways that you could become a very successful video game player, and one of those ways is on this website that you're watching this video on. But honestly, the most hilarious part is pretty much whenever people like Ninja were making Twitter videos responding to this, when they come out here and they try and say like, oh, it's actually not that hard to be successful. You can be successful in this area, that area, or this area. Like, I mean, that's pretty easy for you to say whenever you have millions of dollars sitting in the bank in a Red Bull sponsorship, but alright. I wouldn't really say that Ninja has a hard time doing anything besides getting people to floss on New Year's Day. But I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip where Ninja talked about this on Twitter because, I mean, I thought that it was really ridiculous that he even responded to this in the first place.
I saw the most recent clip going on about Joe Rogan, his comment about video games or like gamers. And I think where he was coming from, or what he was talking about specifically, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but what I watched the whole thing and try to get context of it. I watched, before and after the clip that was just, being posted on or on Twitter. It sounds like he's talking about like the top 1%, like the very odd or one-off chance that you're going to be a professional player, an esports player, and a successful one at that. I just don't think what Joe doesn't really understand in the full context of what the gaming community is and how many different avenues you can be successful in gaming. I mean, there's streaming, just content creation, YouTube, being a professional player, being a freaking coach. I mean, like, you don't like you can be incredibly understanding of a game, but not have the physical capacity to be able to, get pentakills every single round and, every single game. So, I mean, I'd love to go on and talk about it more, but I think that if you guys are in the gaming scene, we all know there are so many different ways you can be successful. There's so many different ways that you can make a living out of it. So keep gaming, continue to educate yourselves, and love you guys. And also would love to be on the Joe Rogan podcast. Talk more about it.
I mean, he makes some fairly good points, but I just found it really funny how all of Twitter tried to cancel Joe Rogan because of this. Yeah, if you couldn't tell by now, my title is ironic. I don't really actually believe that Joe Rogan should be canceled over some stupid comment on video games. Is he wrong as in health aspects? No, but is he wrong as in entertainment? Of course he is. This is a form of entertainment just like any other form of entertainment. That's pretty much like saying watching his podcast is pretty much a waste of time, because I'm sure that most people aren't going to be enlightened by Joe Rogan, even though he might think that they are. But I think that a lot of people would agree that his podcast is essentially a waste of time in his book of definitions. But if it makes you happy, if it makes you laugh, if it makes you escape from reality just for a minute, I would say that it is not a waste of time. But as in health, it is a pretty big waste of time, because whenever you think of hardcore gamers, you don't really think of like the most fit people in the world, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm not really fit myself, and whenever I used to play video games like all day, every day, whenever I could and I didn't have responsibilities, I would be playing video games all the way up until like 8 a.m. and then I would be eating all types of crappy food, like fast food all the time. But you can pretty much turn it into a career if you really try hard enough and you have patience. So you will end up making it a career at some point. I just wanted to make this video and laugh at how stupid everyone on Twitter was being, because they really thought that this was about to cancel him or something. Like, people were really unironically tweeting out the fact that Joe Rogan offended them and made them extremely sad. Like, dude, no one cares, bro. Joe Rogan is not someone that cares cares about your feelings. He will say whatever he wants to say and when he wants to say it. And honestly, I think that's something that we should all admire about him, because he doesn't really care to hear about what you have to say about him. And that's not something that Twitter welcomes. Twitter welcomes silencing people that have different opinions on other things that they don't agree with. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave off the video there. I just really wanted to get my opinions out on this situation because I thought it was hilarious. But if you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you end up subscribing, make sure to turn on post notifications. I'm trying to hit 2K. I'm on the road to 2K. That would be super dope if we could hit that by the end of next month. I don't know, man. Can we do it? We're at 1.68 right now. And if you do turn on those post notifications and you want to know where I'm at and what I'm doing and how I'm doing, go ahead and check all the links in my description. Those are all my social medias, and if you ever want to talk to me about anything, my Discord is in the description as well. But anyway, guys, new videos at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Peace.
I've been thinking about what you said. I just wanna get you on my head. She told me to lie. I don't want this life. Tell me what's on your mind, girl, I'll listen.